Welcome back, Shadowing English Learners. My name is Sarah, and I am very glad you are here today. If you are an office worker who uses English at work, this video is made for you. This video is part of our English Meetings Shadowing series. Each video focuses on one important skill for real work meetings. Today is day 5, and today we are going to practice asking for clarification in meetings. Asking for clarification means asking someone to explain something again or to say it in a different way. This is one of the most important skills in office English. In every meeting, there will be moments when you do not understand something clearly. Maybe someone speaks too fast. Maybe the topic is new. Maybe the words are not familiar. In these moments, you need to ask, and you need to ask in a professional way. Many office workers are afraid to ask questions in meetings. They think it will make them look bad, but the truth is the opposite. When you ask for clarification in a professional way, people see that you are listening. They see that you want to understand, and they respect you for it. This is smart, professional communication. This is the kind of workplace English that helps you do your job better and helps your team make better decisions together. Good business English listening is not just about hearing words. It is also about understanding meaning. And when you do not understand the meaning, the professional thing to do is to ask. That is what we are going to practice today. Real meeting questions in English. Sentences that you can use right away in your next meeting, in your next video call, in your next conversation with a colleague or a manager. In the previous videos, you practiced how to introduce yourself, how to share your ideas, how to ask good questions, and how to disagree politely. Now we are building on all of that. Today, you are going to learn exactly how to ask for clarification, clearly, confidently, and professionally. I am excited to practice with you today. Now, let me explain how this practice works. A method is called shadowing. I say a sentence. You listen. Then you repeat it out loud, clearly, like you are in a real meeting. We do this 3 times for every sentence. 3 repetitions help your brain remember the words and help your voice sound more confident. The most important rule is this: you must speak out loud. Do not just listen. Open your mouth and say the words. If you do that, you will improve. Do not worry about being perfect. Progress is the goal. Every time you practice, you get better. So right now, promise yourself that you will speak out loud for this entire video. Say it like you are in a real meeting. You can do this. Welcome to Set 1. These are your first 10 sentences for today. These sentences are short and clear. They are basic sentences for asking for clarification in meetings. You can use them in a team meeting, a project meeting, or an online meeting. They are simple, but they are very powerful. Remember, listen to each sentence carefully. Then speak it out loud during the pause. Ready? Here we go. Sentence 1. Can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat that, please? One more time. Say it out loud. Good. This is one of the most basic and most useful sentences in meeting English. When you do not hear something clearly, or when someone speaks too fast, you can say this. It is polite, it is professional, and everyone understands it. Do not be afraid to use this sentence. It is a normal and healthy part of any meeting. Every professional uses this sentence from time to time. Sentence 2. I am sorry, I did not understand that. Say it again. I am sorry, I did not understand that. One more time. Very good. This sentence is honest and respectful at the same time. You are telling the other person that you need help understanding. The phrase, I am sorry, makes it polite. This is a very natural way to ask for clarification at work. When you say this, the other person will usually explain again. And that is exactly what you need. Sentence 3. Could you explain that again? Listen and repeat. Could you explain that again? One more time. Nice work. The word could makes this sentence polite. You are not demanding. You are asking. This is the right tone for office English. When you ask someone to explain again, you show that you are paying attention. You show that you want to understand. This is good business English listening in action. Sentence 4. What do you mean by that? Say it again. What do you mean by that? One more time. Good job. This sentence asks someone to explain their meaning. It is direct, but it is not rude. In meetings, this is a very normal question. When someone says something that is not clear, you can ask this. It helps the whole team understand the discussion better. It is an important part of professional communication in any workplace. Sentence 5. Can you say that one more time, please? Listen and repeat. Can you say that one more time, please? One more time. Excellent. This is very similar to sentence 1, but a little longer. The word please at the end makes it even more polite. This is a great sentence to use when you miss something important in a meeting. Do not feel embarrassed about asking. Asking for clarification is a normal and professional thing to do in any office. Sentence 6. I am not sure I understood. Can you help me? Say it again. I am not sure I understood. Can you help me? One more time. Very well done. This sentence has 2 parts. First, you share your feeling. I am not sure I understood. Then, you ask for help. Can you help me? This is a very natural and comfortable way to ask for clarification in a meeting. It shows that you are open and willing to learn. Your colleagues will appreciate this kind of honest communication. Sentence 7. Could you give me more details? Listen and repeat. Could you give me more details? One more time. Great. Sometimes in meetings, someone gives you information, but it is not enough. You need more. This sentence lets you ask for that. It is polite, it is clear, and it is very useful in project meetings. When you need to know more about a plan, a deadline, or a task, this sentence is exactly what you need. Sentence 8. I want to make sure I understand correctly. Say it again. I want to make sure I understand correctly. One more time. Good work. This sentence shows that you are careful and responsible. You do not want to make a mistake. You want to understand the information correctly before you move on. This is the kind of professional communication that builds trust with your team and your manager. When you say this, people know that you take your work seriously. Sentence 9. Can you clarify that for me, please? Listen and repeat. Can you clarify that for me, please? One more time. Excellent. The word clarify is an important word in business English. It means to make something clearer. When you use this word in a meeting, you sound professional and confident. This is a great sentence to practice. Use it when you need someone to explain a point in a clearer way. It is one of the most useful phrases for clarification in meetings. Sentence 10. What does that mean exactly? Say it again. What does that mean exactly? One more time. Wonderful work. You have completed set 1. 10 sentences, each spoken 3 times. You have practiced asking for clarification 30 times today, and you are already sounding more professional. These 10 sentences are the foundation of asking for clarification at work. They are simple, they are clear, and they are incredibly useful in real meetings. When people hear you use these sentences, they will see that you are a thoughtful and professional communicator. A professional who listens carefully and asks smart questions. Take a breath. You are doing very well. Now, before we move to the next set, let me share something important with you. In business English, asking questions is not a weakness. It is a strength. The best professionals in any company ask questions all the time. They ask because they want to understand. They ask because they want to do their job correctly. And they ask because good communication is the foundation of any successful team. Today, you are practicing exactly this skill, and you are doing it well. Are you ready for set 2? In set 2, the sentences are a little longer. They focus on real workplace situations, projects, deadlines, clients, and team communication. These are the kinds of sentences you will actually use in your meetings at work. Welcome to set 2. Now we are going to practice longer sentences. These sentences are for real workplace situations. You will practice asking for clarification about projects. You will practice asking about deadlines. You will practice asking about what the client needs. All of these situations happen in real offices every day. These sentences are a little longer than set 1, so listen carefully. Take your time when you repeat them, and remember, speak out loud. You are practicing professional English for your career right now. Sentence 1. I am sorry. Could you explain the new deadline again? Say it again. I am sorry. Could you explain the new deadline again? One more time. Say it clearly. Good. Deadlines are one of the most common topics in meetings, and sometimes the deadline information is not clear. Maybe your manager said it too fast. Maybe you missed a word. In these moments, you need to ask again. This sentence lets you do that in a polite and professional way. Do not worry about asking. Your manager will be happy that you want to get it right. Sentence 2. I want to make sure I understand the project plan. Can you go over it one more time? Say it again. I want to make sure I understand the project plan. Can you go over it one more time? One more time. Very good. This sentence shows that you care about the project. You want to understand the plan clearly before you start working. The phrase go over it means to explain or review something. This is a natural and professional way to ask for clarification in a project meeting. Your team will appreciate your attention to detail. Sentence 3. Thank you for that. I am not sure I understand. Can you explain it in a different way? Listen and repeat. Thank you for that. I am not sure I understand. Can you explain it in a different way? One more time. Excellent work. Notice how you start with thank you. This is an important technique in office English. You show appreciation first. Then you ask your question. Also, asking someone to explain in a different way is very helpful. Sometimes, hearing the same information explained differently makes it much easier to understand. This is smart and professional communication. Sentence 4. Could you tell me more about what the client is expecting? Say it again. Could you tell me more about what the client is expecting? One more time. Nice work. In many workplaces, a client is very important. When you don't understand what the client wants, you need to ask. This sentence lets you do that in a professional way. It shows that you want to meet the client's needs. It shows that you are thinking about the quality of your work. This is the kind of meeting English that impresses your colleagues and your manager. I did not hear that clearly. Can you repeat the main point? Listen and repeat. I did not hear that clearly. Can you repeat the main point? One more time. I did not hear that clearly. Can you repeat the main point? Good job. This sentence is especially useful in online meetings. Sometimes the connection is not good. Sometimes the audio is not clear. When this happens, you need to ask someone to repeat. This sentence is honest. You say exactly why you are asking. And the phrase main point shows that you understand the conversation. You just missed one important part. Sentence 6. I want to understand the budget correctly. Can you explain that again? Say it again. I want to understand the budget correctly. Can you explain that again? One more time. Very well done. Budget is an important topic in many meetings. When someone talks about money and you do not understand the numbers, you need to ask. This sentence shows that you are responsible. You want to make sure the information is correct before you act on it. This protects you and your team from making mistakes. This is exactly the kind of professional English that people need in the workplace. Sentence 7. Can you explain what you mean by that? I want to make sure I do not miss anything. Listen and repeat. Can you explain what you mean by that? I want to make sure I do not miss anything. One more time. Great. The second part of this sentence, I want to make sure I do not miss anything, is very important. It tells the other person that you are listening carefully. It tells them that the information matters to you. This is the kind of professional communication that shows your team you are engaged and committed to your work. This is corporate communication at its best. Sentence 8. I have a question about the timeline. Can you clarify that for me? Say it again. I have a question about the timeline. Can you clarify that for me? One more time. Excellent. The word timeline is very common in project meetings. It means the schedule, when things need to happen. When the timeline is not clear, you need to ask. This sentence is direct and professional. It tells your colleague exactly what you need help with. This saves time in the meeting and keeps the conversation productive. Sentence 9. Could you send me the details after the meeting? I want to make sure I have everything correct. Listen and repeat. Could you send me the details after the meeting? I want to make sure I have everything correct. One more time. Good work. Sometimes you cannot get all the information you need during the meeting. In these moments, it is perfectly professional to ask for the details later, by email or by message. This sentence shows that you are organized and thorough. You want to make sure you have everything you need to do your job well. This is responsible and professional behavior. Sentence 10. I want to confirm. What is the next step for this project? Say it again. I want to confirm. What is the next step for this project? One more time. Wonderful. You have completed set 2. Another 10 sentences, spoken out loud 3 times each. You are now at 20 sentences practiced, 60 repetitions in total. You are building real professional English skills right now, in this moment. Think about the sentences you just practiced. They are about real workplace situations, deadlines, projects, budgets, clients, timelines. These are the things that come up in meetings every single day. And now you have the English to ask questions about all of them. Now you know how to ask for clarification professionally in these situations. This is office English that actually works in the real world. You are halfway through today's practice, and you are doing wonderfully. Take a short breath, relax your shoulders, and get ready, because set 3 is coming next. In set 3, we bring everything together. This is where we focus on confidence. This is where you practice speaking like a professional who is not afraid to ask questions. Welcome to set 3. This is our final set for today, and it is a very special one. These sentences are about confidence. They are about how you carry yourself when you ask questions in a meeting. They are about believing in your ability to communicate clearly and professionally at work. Here's the truth about asking for clarification at work. It is not just about the words you say. It is also about how you say them. When you speak with confidence, when you sound calm and sure, people listen to you more. They take your questions seriously. They see you as a professional who communicates well and who cares about doing the job correctly. So for this set, I want you to focus on your voice. Speak clearly. Speak at a normal speed. Do not rush. And speak with confidence. Like you are in a real meeting and you know exactly what you want to say. Are you ready? Sentence 1. I am not afraid to ask questions because it helps me do my job better. Listen again. I am not afraid to ask questions because it helps me do my job better. One more time. Say it with confidence. Good. This is an important belief to have at work. When you are not afraid to ask, you learn faster. You make fewer mistakes, and you show your team that you are serious about your work. Say this sentence with a calm and confident voice. This is the mindset of a professional communicator. This is how confident professionals think in the workplace. Sentence 2. Asking for clarification shows that I am listening carefully in meetings. Say it again. Asking for clarification shows that I am listening carefully in meetings. One more time. Very good. This is true. When you ask for clarification, you prove that you are paying attention. You are not just sitting quietly and hoping you understood. You are actively engaged. And active listening is one of the most valued skills in any workplace. Practice this sentence and remember, asking questions is a sign of strength, not weakness. Sentence 3. I know that asking questions is a sign of a good professional communicator. Listen and repeat. I know that asking questions is a sign of a good professional communicator. One more time. Excellent. Think about the best communicators you have worked with. They probably asked questions. They probably did not pretend to understand when they did not. They asked, they listened, and they acted on the information they received. You are practicing to be that kind of communicator right now. That is a powerful thing. I feel confident when I ask for clarification in a meeting. Say it again. I feel confident when I ask for clarification in a meeting. One more time. Good work. Confidence comes from practice. And you are practicing right now. Every time you say a sentence like this out loud, your confidence grows a little more. The more you practice asking questions in English, the more natural it will feel. And the more natural it feels, the more confident you will be in real meetings at work. Sentence 5. I believe that understanding clearly is more important than staying silent. Listen and repeat. I believe that understanding clearly is more important than staying silent. One more time. Very nice. This is a key belief for professional communication. If you stay silent when you do not understand, you might make mistakes. You might miss important information. You might fall behind on a project. But when you ask for clarification, you stay informed, you stay on track, and you do your job well. Understanding is always more important than silence. Sentence 6. I am ready to ask questions in my next meeting at work. Say it again. I am ready to ask questions in my next meeting at work. One more time. Great job. Think about your next meeting. Maybe it is tomorrow. Maybe it is next week. When you are in that meeting and you don't understand something, you are going to ask. You have the sentences now. You have practiced them. You are ready. This is what preparation looks like in professional English. And you have done the work. Sentence 7. When I ask for clarification, my team sees that I care about the project. Listen and repeat. When I ask for clarification, my team sees that I care about the project. One more time. Excellent. This is true. When you ask questions about a project, your team knows you are invested. They know you want the project to succeed. They know you are not just going for the motions. Asking for clarification is one of the easiest ways to show your team that you are a dedicated and professional member of the group. Sentence 8. I know that good communication means asking when I do not understand. Say it again. I know that good communication means asking when I do not understand. One more time. Very well done. Good communication is not about being perfect. It is about being clear. And being clear sometimes means asking for help. This is true in any language, and it is especially true when you are working in English at an international level. You are building that skill right now. Every sentence you practice brings you closer to being a confident and effective communicator in any meeting. I am proud that I can ask questions in English at work. Listen and repeat. I am proud that I can ask questions in English at work. One more time. Good. And you should be proud. Asking questions in a professional language takes courage. It takes effort. And you are doing it. You are practicing, you are improving. That is something to feel good about. Every time you ask a question in English in a meeting, you grow as a professional. You grow as a communicator. That growth is real. Sentence 10. Every time I ask for clarification, I become a better communicator at work. Say it again. Every time I ask for clarification, I become a better communicator at work. One more time. Beautiful. You have finished set 3, and you have now completed all 30 sentences for today. 30 sentences spoken out loud, 3 times each. That is 90 repetitions. 90 times you practiced asking for clarification in professional English. 90 times you trained your voice and your brain to communicate like a confident, skilled professional in the workplace. Well done. You should feel proud of yourself right now. That was real work. That was real practice. And it is going to make a real difference the next time you are in a meeting. And now, let us finish today's session together. I want to take a moment to congratulate you. You just completed a full meeting-focused English practice session. You spoke out loud. You practiced 30 different sentences. Sentences about asking for clarification, about real workplace situations, and about professional confidence. You said each sentence 3 times. That means today, you spoke out loud 90 times. 90 times. That is serious, dedicated practice. And that is exactly what it takes to improve your professional English. Think about what you accomplished today. You practiced how to ask for clarification in meetings. You practiced how to ask questions about deadlines, projects, budgets, clients, and timelines. You practiced doing all of this clearly, professionally, and with confidence. These are real skills. These are the skills that will help you succeed in English-speaking workplaces. Every single sentence you practiced today has value. Every single repetition made you a little better. Now, here is the most important thing I want to tell you before you go. The practice you did today is valuable, but it only works if you continue. The best way to improve your meeting English is to practice regularly, every day if you can. Even 5 minutes of practice each day makes a big difference over time. Go back and listen to these sentences again. Say them out loud in your car on the way to work. Say them at home in the evening. Say them right before your next meeting, just to warm up your voice and your confidence. Repetition is your greatest tool. Consistency is everything when it comes to improving your professional English. It is not about one long practice session. It is about small, regular practice, day after day. Every time you say these sentences out loud, your brain gets stronger. Every time you practice, your confidence grows. And every time you use these skills in a real meeting, you become a better communicator. That is how progress works. I also want you to remember this. You are already making real progress. You came to this video and you practiced. You spoke out loud. You repeated 30 sentences. That takes effort. That takes commitment. And that commitment is what separates the people who improve from the people who stay stuck. You are not stuck. You are moving forward. Every single day, you are getting better at business English. The next video in this series will focus on another important meeting skill. We are going to keep building your confidence one day at a time. Make sure you come back for the next video. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss an episode, because each video builds on what you have already learned. And together, we are going to make you a confident, professional English speaker in every single meeting you attend. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. You did excellent work. I am truly proud of you. Now, the next time you are in a meeting, remember these sentences. Remember how you practiced. Remember how it felt to speak out loud with confidence. And carry that feeling with you. You are ready. You have the skills. Now go out there and use them. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and keep practicing every single day.